with Sparkle releasing in less than 8 days, which is honestly very surprising that she's coming already. I feel like Penacony literally just started, and we're going to be getting her banner with a fat ton of showcases, a fat ton of ways to play her. I am very excited to do so. So if you're excited for Sparkle, make sure to leave a like and a sub. But today's video, we are going to be talking about every possible thing that you need to look forward to or start grinding, of course, for Sparkle, because you want to be able to use her as soon as she comes out, because she's going to allow for some teams to absolutely shine, and especially for certain characters, she's going to be their best in slot support. So let's go ahead and get straight into the characters that are going to benefit the most, and then move on to the light cones and then the relics and everything else you need to grind. Of course, make sure to be grinding out your harmony traces, which you can find in Penacony in the lobby where that one situation happened. You want to make sure you go ahead and grind out those so that you can get your harmony traces ready for Sparkle. Remember, we're not going to be using the old ones just because we have Penacony traces now. But now talking about the characters that are 100% going to love having Sparkle on the team. One of them is actually on her banner, which is a really great thing. Although this doesn't have a lot of synergistic characters with Sparkle, I think having this one 4-star is going to be by far the best thing in the world, which is going to be Qingque. Is going to be on Sparkle's banner, by far one of the best teammates, one of the best supports for Qingque, just because you know Qingque has a very, very hungry skill point nature to her, where you have RNG tiles, you gotta wait till it matches up, and then you get that big nuke at the end. Of course, having Sparkle there with the skill point boost, with the skill point funneling, there's gonna be a lot of great things that come out of that synergy, and something I'm 100% gonna showcase, so stay tuned for that. We also have Hanya on the banner. Hanya is what I would say is a Sparkle at home. She is the SP generator, but of course not going to be to the degree that Sparkle has. And then Sampo, people said he's there for lore reasons. Why are lore reasons in my banner? Put somebody else that would work with Sparkle, in my honest opinion. And then you also have Jingyuan. I don't know what people are going to do when it comes to Jingyuan. Some people might like him from the story and say, hey, I want to pull on him. But with acheron coming so soon, and I feel like a lot of people know what I'm talking about, but, you know, she looks pretty good. But going back to Honkai Star Rail and looking at the characters that are going to 100% love her, one character we all know that a lot of people are going to try out is Selle. Selle, with her SP hungry nature, she is by far going to be one of the best teammates to rock out with Sparkle, and we all know why. Her resurgence takes up to 4 skill points if you do skill, resurgence, skill, ult, skill, and then you use 4. You have a lot of stuff going on, and it's super exciting because you're able to do some really cool combos. So you're going to be using a lot of skill points when it comes to using Selle and her resurgence, and the damage boost you're going to be getting from that as well. Also, having that advance forward is going to help Selle out get infinite turns like we would do with Bronya, although we know Sparkle doesn't do it entirely the way we want it to. Having the advance forward in the first place is just going to help Selle out with how fast she is anyway. So this is a really good thing for Selle. Another character that we all know that a lot of people are waiting for when it comes to Sparkle. I think this is by far some people's most anticipated unit when it comes to having a brand new support, which is going to be Embibbered to Lune, our first version of power creep. And to see him get some support where it comes to giving him damage boost, giving him that advance forward, giving him skill points, really good support that we're going to be seeing with this character. I am very excited to try him out. Me personally, I don't like his playstyle because of how restrictive it feels, especially with a normal team when you're not hyper catering to him, when you have a support with general substats. Having Dan Heng is a chore for me personally, but hopefully with Sparkle having the skill point funneling, we get a little bit more of a comfortableness when it comes to that team. And seeing that his advance forward, especially with Bronya, is very draining because Bronya wants to advance forward you, Dan Heng wants 3 skill points. That's a lot of skill points being taken up by that one combo. So having Sparkle, changing that up, I would love to see how we're going to see that. And then also another character that we know 100%, as I already said, Qingque. We're not going to basically talk about her that much. We just know tile, nuke. That's basically what it is. You're going to be using a lot of skill points regardless. Having a skill point boost or a skill point damage boost when you are using skill points from Sparkle is going to be absolutely amazing. And then Mono Quantum as well with Qingque, with Selle. Those teams are going to be absolutely nasty because you have Selle, Qingque, you have Silver Wolf, you have Sparkle, and you have Fu Xuan. I think Mono Quantum, in all honesty, is just such a crazy team because they have some of the nastiest units, and the fact that you have Silver Wolf, a character that can implant Quantum on anything, that team is going to do whatever it wants for the rest of time. And I think that team is going to be the best version of itself as soon as Sparkle drops, and I cannot wait to test that as well. There are some other characters that some people are looking at when it comes to Sparkle and their usability. Something like Jingyuan, where he likes to use the skill point a lot to get his lightning lore stacks. This is somebody that a lot of people are looking forward to. He gets the crit damage boost, which allows you to go for crit rate chests, which a lot of people really like on Jingyuan. Having Fu Xuan into the mix as well gives him a lot of crit rate and a lot of crit damage, so you're kind of artificially boosting him into like crazy territory territories where his crit damage numbers shouldn't be. And then also some people are looking at a sub DPS comp, whether it be with Dr. Ratio, whether it be with Topaz and Numby. Some people are looking at Sparkle in a sub DPS way with the amount of skill points we are going to be getting, which is 7, allowing us to do a lot more skills with our team, not having to relegate one character to just doing basic attacks. That's going to be very interesting. It would be nice to be able to run more teams that aren't Ruan Mei centric, because we all know right now that she's by far one of the best units in the game for sure. Like, we all know that Ruan Mei is going to be one of the better units when it comes to sub DPS, and it would be nice to get more supports that play into that playstyle, because I really like sub DPS in all honesty. And other than that, that is going to be it for what I would say right now would be a really good source of characters for this. I know there are some experimental options, kind of like Misha. He likes skill point usage, so you can use a fat ton with them, getting him that nuke. Some people are looking at Shui Yi, especially because since Sparkle's going to be giving you crit damage, you can invest into a little bit more crit rate and then break effect in nullifying the crit damage, and then just going ahead and boosting it all the way up with Sparkle. We can get some crazy compositions. I cannot wait to try all of these out as soon as she drops, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Make sure to leave a like and a sub and all that type of stuff if you're excited for all that. But going into Sparkle's Relics, something that a lot of people are looking forward to, something that a lot of people are trying to farm for, a lot of it is going to be very reminiscent of what Bronya has, in all honesty, just because Bronya has the same conditions and the same things that she would want. She would want speed, she will want crit damage, and she's going to want some survivability, which is HP or defense. Now, the problem, sadly, is that she's very specific in what she wants. Me personally, I would go for a two-piece, two-piece being the hacker space, and the other two-piece being a defensive set, whether it be Wuthering Snow, whether it be Longevous with the reduced damage taken or the HP gain. That is something I would run on her, just so that she's able to get that extra bump in survivability. And of course, the speed is absolutely necessary as a support, so you can go as many times as possible. So you are going to be wanting to look for speed substats, defensive substats, and also crit damage substats, very similar to Bronya. Now, the one problem that we do have, besides just having the two-piece speed and two-piece for the Longevous or the Wuthering Snow, is that a lot of these pieces are going to be relegated to non-defensive stats, unlike a lot of the other support units. So for the chest piece, we are rocking crit damage because that's our biggest source of it, the most guaranteed source of it for Sparkle, and it's something you're going to want 100%. Same thing with the speed boots. These are basically necessary for support, so needing speed boots are already taking off 2 slots that you would want defensive stats in. And then also your energy regen rope is something you would want as well, just because you want to get those skill point funnels going in as fast as you can and get as many ults as you can with Sparkle. There are some other options. You can go for the planar ornaments, whether it be the Penacony set, where you're able to match the damage types, which is going to be absolutely absurd for Mono Quantum. You got Broken Keel. You have a lot of really good options when it comes to the planar ornaments, because although some may be better than others, having Broken Keel is pretty good because it just effect res, which is good on anyone. Having the Penacony set, where the energy recharge and a damage boost to everyone else of the same type, really good for Mono Quantum. And then you can go for other ones like Fleetless and all those other ones that boost minor stats while boosting other things. There are a couple of options you have right there, but energy regen rope, speed, and also crit damage are a must. Everything else is kind of static. Of course, the attack, the HP, and then for your orb, don't mind the attack orb, but HP or defense orb will be the best thing that you could possibly put on Sparkle, just so that you can get that extra boost of survivability on top of the two-piece Wuthering or the Longevous when you do run it. So other than that, that is going to be what you would want to run for Sparkle. Of course, you can mix and match a couple of things, whether it be adding on a different set that helps with survivability, or when it comes to just running the 4-piece speed, which I might be possibly just throwing on Bronyas and switching it. I know a lot of people can do that with Bronya and with their Sparkle, and unless they grinded full new artifacts, you can just switch them out whenever you want to use one or the other. So that is an option if you want to save some energy, in all honesty. And then lastly, when it comes to the light cones that we're going to be looking at, when it comes to Sparkle, I think Bronya's light cone is honestly a really good option, just because first let me say, the signature is going to be the best option 100%, but when you want to look for substitutes, the Bronya light cone isn't too bad, especially with how Sparkle's playstyle is. It's pretty good when it comes to what she's going to be doing. Increased wearer's energy regeneration rate, of course, a valuable stat for a lot of supports. And then we're going to be having regenerate 1 skill point when the wearer uses their ultimate on an ally. This takes Sparkle's SP gain and gives you even more, which is kind of nasty. Of course, this won't be absolutely broken because you do have a cooldown for a little bit. And then lastly, when the wearer uses their skill, the next ally taking action deals 30% more damage for 1 turn. And we do know that the skill is going to be where we're advanced forwarding allies on the team. So this is actually a pretty good light cone that you can run for Sparkle. Sparkle if you're not going to be going first signature, which we'll be talking about whenever that gets released. Other light cones that we can be looking at as well, REHOO Amaze is a no because we're not going to be dealing with break effect. Dance 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 is honestly very controversial, I feel like, because some people are thinking, why would I want Dance 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 if I can already advance forward someone? This is kind of like if you want to push the whole team with you on top of having that character with you with the advance forward. We don't know how much this might be. I feel like this might be a good option in my honest opinion, even though it's a single target advance forward. Bring up everyone with you and now everyone gets another turn. We'll have to wait and see how that works out. I would love to test that out when she goes live. The dance or cloud carve the moon, weave the clouds. I don't like RNG stuff, but this is okay if you do have a battle pass light cone. The crit damage boost will help her 100% because you get that boost for all allies. Energy regen rate, of course, 1000% needed. And the attack boost, that would be the only wasted one. And if you got that, that's a big dump in stats that you could have gotten. And then one of them that is going to be absolutely insane is going to be Planetary Rendezvous, because Planetary Rendezvous, as we may know, with Mono Quantum, this is going to be busted. I 100% want to see how absurd these numbers get with Ching Chue, with Cele, because you're going to be getting that damage dealt buff and they can get whatever buff Sparkle has. Whew, I can't wait to see that. That's going to be super cool. We have a lot of stuff going on for Mono Quantum and it's going to be looking really, really nice 100%. I feel like Past and Future, for some reason, might be a good pick as well. When the wearer uses their skill, of course the advance forward, the next ally taking action deals 16% increased damage for 1 turn. So if you're not rocking Mono Quantum, I think Past and Future actually might be a pretty good pick, because you are going to be making sure that they possibly are the next one. Of course, we don't have 100% advance forward, but having the fact that we do have an advance forward for that one ally is possible that you are able to push them up all the time on top of all of your other teammates, and but maybe not past the enemy. So this could actually work very well with Sparkle if you're able to get her to the point where she can boost someone on top of everyone. So that'd be really, really cool. So other than that, that is going to be it when it comes to the light cones and the relics. And overall, we just been talking a lot about Sparkle. I'm very excited to be rocking her 100% with a lot of these different teams. Opening up another sub DPS route, 100% something I would love. Opening up more teams for these characters that I haven't played in so long. Something like Cele, where I've already said before that she has been falling off for me when it comes to how much I would love to use her, just because she just isn't hitting the same when it comes to all the HP that the enemies have right now in the game. Hopefully with Sparkle's release, and I took so much stuff off of my Cele, it's not even funny. I think I gave it to Ching Chue, but having Cele, having Dan Heng, hopefully these characters get that boost that I need from Sparkle so that we're able to get some really nice gameplay out of it. I can't wait to showcase it. I'll let you know my thoughts on Sparkle when she releases, all that type of stuff. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. Let me know if you want to see more Sparkle stuff when she releases. I 100% can't wait to showcase all the stuff I'm going to do, because I have so many things to think about. Oh my god. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one, and peace.